These are your video notes on writing systems of equations, TEK A2I. So first, I want to talk about every time you have a table. Every time you have a table, stat edit function in your calculator works wonders. So I'm going to stat edit, and I'm going to put in all of my x's and all of my y's. And then from here, I need to know if this is linear or quadratic. In our systems of equations, these are going to be linear. They increase at a constant rate each time. So that's one way that we can know it's quadratic. Linear. Anytime it increases or decreases at a constant rate, these are linear. Here's why that's important. Because when you go to calculate under stat calc, so stat over to calc, you have options: linear, quadratic, cubic, quartic, exponential, etc. So I know now that I need to hit line reg for linear. This is really important, because if you pick something else, it will give you an answer. It just won't be the right answer. So this equation is y equals negative 3x plus 38. Up here is your format of how you write the equation, and then these are what you substitute in for slope and y-intercept. And then I can do it again for my other table. So I do know that I need to clear out my y's because they're different. 23, 20, 17, 14, 11. So again, I'm going to calculate a linear equation. Y equals negative 1.5 x plus 26. Typically you see systems stacked. So I'm going to go ahead and stack these. And there's my systems. From a graph, you can do the exact same thing, except I would pull the points. So for this one, it crosses at 0, 60. The good news is for linear, you only need 2 points. And then if I keep going until it actually hits an intersection again, it would have to be here. So 30, comma, and this looks like it would count by 5s. So 30 and 55. This other one, it crosses at, this looks like 65, 60, 65, 70. So 0, 65. And then I see another point here. So this counts, let's see, from 12 to 18 is 6, so 3's, because it's split into 2. So 15, 15, comma 60. And then once again, you can stat edit. So let me clear my calculator so I can use my stat edit. 0, 30, 60, oop, I need to get back over to the y's. 60, 55. This is linear. So I've got this long decimal here. I probably need to write that as a fraction, so negative 0.166666666. So it's negative 1.66666666. Math frac. Let's go longer. Oh, I put 1 point instead of 0.1. So negative 1/6. Negative 1/6 x plus 60. That's my first one. Now let's go back into stat edit, clear the calculator, and put our other points in. So you have 0, 50, 65, 60. Stat calc, a linear regression. 0.33333333. Well, if you go in here and do your negative 0.333, math frac, negative 1/3. Let's go back in here so I can figure out what my y-intercept was. Sorry. I changed something, so let me fix this. Anytime you get stuck on your calculator, just clear it back out and retype. This could happen on an exam, and you cannot ask for help. We cannot answer that question. So just clear it out, start over. It's no big deal. There we go. That would be my system. Now, more often than not, we see it applied in a real-world situation. So this is what I've been wanting to get to. It's very important that you define your variables from a real-world problem. Otherwise, you end up mixing up your x term and your y term. So here I've got perimeter of a rectangle. So here's my rectangle. Perimeter is 90. The length of the rectangle is 5 centimeters less than 4 times the width. This looks like an equation to me. So I'm going to use a cursive L for length, and I'm going to use a W for width. So the length of the rectangle is, that means it equals, 5 centimeters less than, so minus 5. This often gets confused. People always want to put 5 minus. But the 5 is less than the other part, so minus 5. 4 times its width, so 4 times W. Write a system, this means I need 2 of them, that could be used to find the length and width of the rectangle. Well, I only know one other piece of information, which is that the perimeter is 90. Well, I know how to find perimeter. You take 2 times your length and add it to 2 times your width, and that's how you get perimeter, because 2 sides are the same. So that would be my system. Denisha found 35 dimes and nickels in her purse. That's 2 things. I need 2 variables, so probably D for dimes, N for nickels maybe. We're going to give it a go. I know that she has a total of 35. So I've got 35 dimes and nickels. Money problems are very popular with systems because they're often used a lot in finances. The number of nickels is, so equals, the number of nickels is 2 more than. Now, the thing with addition is you could do 2 plus or plus 2, and it's no different. It's not the same thing with less than. If you do minus 5, that's different than 5 minus. So here, I can do 2 more than, and I could do 2 plus. I'm going to go ahead and put plus 2, just because I put minus 5 up here, and I like it being consistent. Twice the number of dimes. 2 times the number of dimes. And then that would be our system. So now you're going to just be exercising some of these skills that probably are already familiar to you, since we often do a lot of writing 1 equation at a time. Now you're just writing 2. So do your quiz, submit that in modules, and we'll see how you do.